And today we're going to be talking about something that I've bought on Amazon's Black Friday sale, which ironically it's not actually Black Friday yet, but I bought something and I'll show you after the intro. So hi guys, welcome back. My name is of course Lee McLaughlin, and for those of you that are not aware, Amazon have a Black Friday deal just like most other stores and online businesses, but Amazon do it for a week. Now other businesses do something similar. If you've been watching since pre-season 1 and have followed this channel up until today, you will know that the majority of videos have been shot in this studio, and the reason for that is I'm going to show you all of the equipment it takes that I use to shoot this vlog, and I'll explain why I'm always in here, or almost always in here, and why that's also about to change. This is the setup that I currently use. One big light boom here, I have a light here and a light over here, and I've got a computer that sits in front of me, which to be honest is never on. I've got a microphone here, but let's just ignore that just now, that's not really important. But I do have a Rode shotgun mic up here, and that links into this device here, which is the Zoom H4n Pro, and this basically takes the audio in and monitors the audio and puts the audio out through this cable into this camera. This is a Canon 6D Mark II, and as you can see it has a flip out screen. All of the lighting, all of the power, all of the cables, everything that this setup requires, it's a lot. So why am I showing you this? Well, today is the first time I've actually shot the majority of this vlog on a different camera. So I'm actually shooting this on the Osmo Action by DJI. It's an action camera and I'm not using it for action, and the setup's not complete yet, so I'm going to now jump to the Canon 6D Mark II. As you can see, this setup is a little ridiculous. The actual case that the Osmo comes with does not actually have a hot or cold shoe mount. What that means is on cameras you typically have a little thing that sits like this. I will show you on the Canon. This is very confusing, by the way. On the Canon, this is it here. Because this camera doesn't have that, this is the little microphone I would use, which is actually not this one. I now have more microphones and cameras than I know what to do with. If I stuck this one on here, you would see the microphone. So this is a little version of it, that when that sits on here, you won't see it, is what I'm trying to say. But I need a cage around this camera. So this is actually giving me something that's a lot more mobile. And this came to light just last week. Now, for those of you that watched last week's vlog, I was out at Balquhidder and I was taking photographs there for the film that I'm making. There was bits of the path that were quite muddy. There was also bits that you were climbing down rocks and going up rocks. And with almost a £3,000 camera, or more depending on whatever lens I've got, it's not something you want to be carrying in your hand that's big and bulky that you would have to drop to be able to grab onto something if you slip. So the other problem I was finding last week was I was there to take photographs and I was having to jump between photo and video mode, and As we were walking along the path, we saw a red squirrel. Red squirrels are quite rare. I wanted to try and get a photograph of it. I didn't have the right lens on because I was using the lens I use for video, and I had it all set up in video mode as well, so I had to switch. By the time I'd done all of it, the squirrel had disappeared. If that was set up for photos, and this was set up for video, and I had this camera, maybe I would have got the photo. The other thing is, I mean, this is a big camera, so if I'm out vlogging with this, it's noticeable. It's really noticeable. There is absolutely no way anyone can not know what I'm doing with this camera. And while I'm using this, the quality is amazing. The quality on this camera isn't really lacking. In fact, this camera actually shoots in 4K. I'm not shooting in 4K just now. This camera shoots in 1080. This camera shoots a maximum of 60 frames per second. Or is it 50? Regardless, 60 or 50. This camera, 240. Now what does that mean? Generally, when I make vlogs, I shoot at 24 frames per second. So why is it such a big deal that it shoots in 240? Well, let me explain. Not many people understand how film actually works. Film isn't a moving picture. It's basically, you know, when you draw a picture on a page, then you draw a picture on another page, and another page, and another page, and you have all the pages stacked together and you flick through them, and like, if you draw a wee man, he moves. That's exactly how videos work. If I shoot a video at 24 frames per second, that means I'm shooting a video that's actually taking 24 photographs every second. And when you watch the video, it's playing back 24 frames per second. If I was to slow that down, you would start to see it jittering because it won't look as fluid because there aren't enough frames to fill the full second. This records 240 frames per second, which basically means if I was to stretch that 10 times, slow it down 10 times, I would then get back to 24 frames per second, but I would have 10 seconds worth of footage for every second. Which basically means if I was to hold something here and drop it, you would see it dropping in real time at 24 frames per second. If I was to drop it at 240 frames per second, but play it at 24 frames per second, you would also see it dropping in real time. But if I slowed that footage down by 10 times, you would see it play back at 24 frames per second, but the drop of the item would be a lot slower because you've dragged the time to 10 seconds. Does that make sense? That's the best description I can give. So, what else did I buy in Black Friday's deal? I'll make this short because I want to make a proper video about this as well. Now I have said that I've got a microphone up here, which is the shotgun mic. This is the Rode NTG4, and this is new as well. I only just got this yesterday, and this is now part of my studio setup for when I'm sitting here. And this is linked to the Canon 6D Mark II, as I said, through this Zoom H4n Pro. Rode shotgun mic, Rode shotgun mic, Rode shotgun mic, transmitter and receiver that I'm using on the Osmo Action just now is a Rode mic. I have 4 Rode mics, all for different tasks. This one uses phantom power, this one uses battery power, this uses battery power wirelessly, the transmitter and the receiver. This little guy just plugs straight in, no batteries, no nothing. So which one actually gives me the best audio? Spoiler alert, it's going to be the one up here, but is it actually that noticeable? We'll find that out in the next video. You know how at the end of my videos I usually like do that? What do I do now? I quite like this one when I've done this, so I'm going to stick to this. Catch you later.